G'day, I'm Paul. I love hanging out with my first cousin, VB. Victoria, of course. Now, my other cousin, also VB. He's loaned me his car. He's away for the weekend in his fast car at work. In fact, I overtook more cars this morning than he did on the weekend. He's done a few mods to it. It's a 2012 Holden Commodore, Omega of course. He's not bloody made of money. So today I want to review the mods, see if they're any good, take it for a fang. Now, if you are a bloody legend like he is, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can find out every single time we take my cousin's car for a spin.
Valtteri, it's James.
Righto, let's talk about the outside. So finished in baby blue, similar to the Hyundai i30N, but clearly a whole lot quicker. Racing stripes there as well. Bonnet scoops too. Obviously it's a quick vehicle, you need to be cooling it down. When you're out for a surf and you need to hang your clothes up somewhere, budgie smugglers here, thongs, and then your beach towel as well. Big spotties there for the roos. You've got to watch out for those. We've got two sets of headlights. This one isn't quite as clear as the other one, but no drama there. We've got the spotties. Down here, 18-inch alloy wheels. High performance braking system as well, clearly for the power. Indicator there on the side. You've got roof racks here for the surfboard. Now, you know out here at Langers, there are stacks of flies. So you've got a bug reduction system. So this is perfect for flies, but I reckon my cousin VB needs one of these to get rid of those nasty Huss cars. Now, you've got fishing rods here as well to catch lunch. And given this is a high performance vehicle, big spoiler here as well for downforce. Not entirely sure what these things are. I think you sit on it. There's no motor as far as I can see. I'm going to show you what's in there soon, but let's hop inside and let me show you some of the fun stuff he's installed in here. Oh, g'day. Let me run you through the interior. So hairdryer slots right into there. You've got a dart holder up the top here and then a sunnies holder down the bottom. Oh, by the way, this is where the fun button is, but VB's told me not to touch it. Guy reckons he can drive. Now, let me run you through the rest of the interior. So, VE Commodore, pretty flash compared to my VR Clubber. You've got a colour display there in the centre. It's got the time, radio, CD player. I mean, it is pretty state-of-the-art stuff. You have automatic dual zone climate control. You can see VB's fitted a fluffy steering wheel cover here as well for those long days. You do not want to be touching this steering wheel in the sun, let me tell you. Head of the driver, you've got another small display there as well. And I bet you're begging to know, how hard is that dashboard? We've got our gyrometer here. We've tested all the main surfaces in the cabin to see what it's like. So have a look at the link in the description below to see how this car compares to others. Now let's talk about practicality, and it is absolutely loaded with practicality in here. Look at this. You know, this neck pillow thing for those fancy overseas flights to Tassie. Somewhere to put your head while you're having a kip. You've got an aeration system here for your mullet to keep it all nice and straight. There's a spot over here so you can slip, slop and slap. Over here, got a pie warmer. I've got a snag and a pie in there for consumption pretty soon. Now, what about plugging up your devices? So in the middle here, you've got USB charging, you've got a 12-volt outlet. I mean, this is absolutely state-of-the-art stuff. I really don't know why you'd want anything more. Seats are super comfy too. This is finished in high-end pleather. You've got this nice back support system. My uncle drives a cab, so he loves these. Now, what about your tinny? I mean your coffee holder. So it goes into there nicely. Obviously fits much better if it's a can. Now, let me know in the comments section below, what would you do to your Commodore to make it a little bit unique? I'm keen for your feedback. Now, before I turn her over and we go for a fang around the track, I want to show you what's in the boot. Now, let me show you what's in the tray. So I'll crack this open. Have a look at this. He's obviously not just focused on the interior. Beautiful carpet on the floor there. Now you got a stubby cooler over there. Even has rulers. You got inches and centimetres in case you ever get into a measuring contest with your mates. VB reckons there's not enough numbers on there. Bloody galah. Thong holder over there. And then my favourite bit as well. If you're out camping, you obviously don't need to be uncivilised. You can actually crack the shower on. Get yourself wet as well. Righto, so we've just hit the frog and toad in VB's ute. Now let me run you through this. So, like I said before, VB, he has a bit of money, but obviously not made of money. Have you seen the prices of used V8 Commodores at the moment? So you can see why he didn't splash out on an SS Commodore. This is the Omega. It is the base model. but it still has a V6 engine, which is important. So 3 litre, naturally aspirated, 190 kilowatts of power, 290 Newton meters of torque. So it's not exactly going to set your world on fire, but you can run E85 through it, which is the fuel that makes the world feel better about itself. It is pretty gutless behind the wheel though. If you sink the slipper in, doesn't really do much, and it's got almost 200,000 clicks on the clock there, so I probably wasn't expecting it to be tearing up the terrain here, but yeah, it is what it is. Now, why are we here? So, Langers, better known as Lang Lang, it is the proving ground. Well, it used to be owned by Holden, so it used to be owned by General Motors. Holden used to develop all their cars here, including this one. This is a VE Commodore. They spent like $1 billion on this platform. It even spawned the Camaro as well that was on the Zeta platform for the US. There's a Caprice long wheelbase Commodore version as well. So it is the place to be testing this to ensure that VB's mods to this actually live up to their name. And so far, so good. We've got our sine wave coming up here, so let's dial up a bit of speed and see what it's like there with downforce at the rear. Being told by VB that it adds about 700 kilograms of downforce at 130 k's an hour. So, I'll tell you what, I absolutely believe him as well, because it is hooking along nicely. Now, would you buy a second-hand Commodore with 185,000 Ks on the clock? Well, look, this one has seen better days. I think it needs a balance and perhaps a bit of a wheel alignment as well. There's a vibration through the drive line. I think it's more a show car than anything. Now, let's go for a proper fang. So, sport mode. Slide the gear shifter across, you see sport shift come up. See what it's like around the ride and handling track. This is where the engineers did all of the fine tuning work on this beast before it actually hit the market. Have a look at this. Tell you what, aside from everything falling out and the made in China tyres, it is getting along really nicely. Steering feels great. You'd never know this thing had almost 200,000 clicks. It is absolutely hauling along. The ride is fantastic. The whole car's coming apart. Stick that back up there. You can tell VB isn't all about speed. He's got a bit of comfort in here as well. Probably why he keeps getting overtaken. But I'll tell you what, he has done a ripper job with this. There is one final test we need to do before we sign this video off. Okay, now, final test. The bumpy road. This is like the worst road in Australia. It'll really unearth any issues here with some of the bolt-on mods that VB's put on the car. It is handling this like an absolute dream on the 18s. There are a lot of rattles coming from this general area, but look at this. It is soaking up these bumps like an absolute dream. Beautiful job. Hey, also, fun fact, this is actually the first and probably only Holden we've ever reviewed on the channel. We did do a HSV, but that was basically a Holden that's been tickled by the boys in Clayton, not an actual Holden out of the factory here. Righto, I think it's time for me to go sink a tinny. This was so much fun. If you did enjoy it, let me know in the comments section below. Let us know what else you want us to review that isn't just a new car. We had so much fun in VB's creation. It was good to bring the Holden Commodore back to the spiritual home ground of the Holden Commodore as well. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like it and you share it with your mates. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. Till next time, take it easy, cobber.